It is completely oblivious to you being there.
Could I stealth and then begin to climb the tree?
Yes. You don't even need to stealth. That's a natural 1 in perception.
So acrobatics.
Like you're gonna need to stealth at the end of next turn, maybe, once you get a little closer. But as it is, you can just start climbing this tree.
Alright, would that be acrobatics or athletics?
You could use your athletics check to get up there at normal speed, or you could go up there at half speed without making a check.
I'm going to try and scale this tree as quickly as I can.
Alright. Athletics, then. Alright. You're going up there pretty swiftly. At the end of your turn, you can see that there's... you recognize... You saw an Ettercap before, and just passing around through the... just through the trees above. This one is very dead and very undead. It's like its back is kind of crushed in, like it fell from a height. And it is just staring fixedly at the Sahuagin camp.
How thick is the branch it's standing on?
It seems like it's just gotten in a position to just generally support its weight. But if you mean you're gonna like just do a monk punch on it, it would pretty easily collapse.
Yeah, treetop combat. I'm going to forgo my sword for now and do 2 unarmed strikes if I could.
All right.
I got a 13 and a 22.
11, 13.
Yeah.
Look up what a normal Ettercap armor class would be and modify that from it being a zombie.
Isn't it 11, not 13?
For my hit, yeah, you're right. It's 11. Sorry.
Okay.
My internet is just refusing to play nice. I'm gonna say that a 13 hits.
It was actually 11. Ram was right, so probably not hit, but the second one or the first one does.
Yeah, the first
22.
one.
So 5 damage.
All right. The Ettercap just notices you, recoils back in the tree, and being a...
Oh my god!
What is that? What is happening? Hold on a second. A video just started playing. What was that? I haven't watched any of those in weeks. Why did that just suddenly start playing?
Computers, man.
2000s pop-up thingy.
Anyway, that was very distracting, and I apologize. The Ettercap notices you, pulls back, and you see that there's an opening in its neck that it shoots a blast of webbing out at you. And that is a significant miss.
Yep. Just a little bit.
So it just flies out and splatters on the ground next to Ran. And noticing this just absolute failure, the zombie Ettercap just starts to start running away through the trees.
How far is it?
The question is, can you see it? Make a perception check.
That was my attack of opportunity against it.
All right.
Can I also get a attack of opportunity? Because it's near me, right?
Oh, you're still on the ground from what I remember.
Oh yeah.
Another 5 damage on my end.
I got a 10 on my perception.
You can hear something going on over there, but you can't get a good look at whatever's happening.
Oh well. No radiant damage for you.
Should we roll initiative or test?
The two of you can roll initiative.
Oh no.
5.
What is with these rolls? Hey, 14.
Damn you, sidekick. I thought we were friends.
You thought
It-
wrong.
It feels my burning hatred, and it doesn't want to disappoint.
These rolls. Ran, your 5 is still good.
Yeah.
Thanks, sidekick.
With that, since Lucian was first and would have gone first, and Ran, you would have gone next, so you can go now.
I will shoot the zombie with my light crossbow.
All right.
Oh no.
No, I'm done.
Somehow the bolt misfires and shoots out of it in the entirely wrong direction and sticks in the Ettercap webbing on the ground.
Can't do anything else, so well. And turn.
Wasn't it running?
Oh, is it running?
Yeah, it's running away. It's noticed that it's been spotted.
Oh, can I go after the zombie with my cunning action?
Yes.
I'll chase a zombie. So 60 feet of movement.
Mm-hmm. And you can use that to, if you want to make an athletics check, you can use that to catch up to it and climb up the tree so you're right near it.
Can I just chase it on the ground? Because my athletics is
Yes, you
a
can.
bit bad.
And that would
Yeah.
actually lead to you cornering it off, but also cornering it off on the ground, and it's up in the trees.
So end turn maybe? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and after a little bit, you see Toriel and a couple of Grung and Sahuagin walk out following you because of the tip that they had been given, and they're seeing this gross thing run away. I'm gonna have them go now. Come on. So Toriel raises a holy symbol and a... Come on. Just want to know how much damage it does. There's nothing on my computer browser play nice today. Okay, that's what I thought. All right. So a blast of energy shoots from Toriel's holy symbol and strikes the Ettercap up in the trees, quickly followed by one of the Grung on the ground. I forget specifically what this was, but which is a miss, but one of the Grung you saw earlier holds up that stick, says something in Grung you don't recognize, and then something which looks a whole lot like one of Tears' Eldritch Blast shoots out and skims the top of it.
Doomplop.
And the Sahuagin can't get close enough to do anything with it yet, but the two other Grung shoot at it with their short bows, and one connects. Oh, that's the wrong kind of dice. I was like, wait, how does it get that much? All right. So pretty significantly damaged from everybody working as a unit. Now it's Lucian's turn again.
How far away is it?
Right now it's about 40 feet off.
I'll use my full movement speed to catch up to it within melee and take 2 unarmed strikes against it. That's an 11 and an 8.
Considering the decrease in armor class from it being a zombie, the 11 hits.
Another 5 damage.
All right. Ran. It's your turn. What do you do?
Can action dash until I got like 20 feet from the zombie and shoot my light crossbow.
Okay.
Yet
All right.
sneak attack.
I am within 5 feet of it,
Yeah,
so
yeah. That is how that works. Ranged weapon.
10 damage.
Okay. So the Ettercap stops, twists in the tree a little bit as it's hit by the bolt, misses its footing, and topples out of the tree, landing on the ground.
I got it.
And then a second later, it like starts snapping itself back into position. A leg that was sort of twisted in the fall pulls back to its original spot. It flips up, and it just as one of its eyes just re-bulges back to its normal spot, gives Ran animals don't really death glare, but if one could, this is what that would be.
I say, I got it! And then after the zombie goes back up, I say, oh no, not again. And then end my turn.
And now it's Ettercap's turn. First, see if it recharges the web. No. All right. So still disoriented from the fall, both the bite and the slash Ran is able to dodge the bite and the slash from this thing. But it is much bigger than it looked up in the trees, and it is right on top of him.
So were they both on the ground then?
Yeah, Ran and the Ettercap are now both on the ground.
Interesting.
I'll say to the zombies, you look disgusting.
Yeah, Tirza, like you were trying to hear what was going on out there, and you heard a distant wet like crack and thud, like the sound of something landing and its bones breaking. And that's a pretty significant noise.
Can I investigate?
Yes, you can.
So, I can definitely move 30 feet. How close would that get me?
Make a perception check.
Fair. My perception is a 2, I think. Yeah, no, that's survival. Look at the right one. Yeah, okay, that's 2. Hey!
Okay. So you see just off in the distance, just at the edge of range for your Eldritch Blast, actually, there's this bloated spider gibbon thing that's squatting over the body of presumably one of your friends, and Toriel is out there marching towards it, but not in the direct line of fire of your Eldritch Blast, but like nearby.
Well, quick question. I'm not within 60 feet yet, correct?
Eldritch Blast is 120, I thought.
Yes, but that's... I wanted to burn it.
Oh, okay.
Four.
Yeah, no, not within 60.
Okay, fair enough, then yeah.
It's like 110 feet away.
Okay. Nifty. Let's see how this goes. Range spell. Shoot, I always forget. I think that just means I use charisma.
A ranged spell attack, I think, is
Shoot, I don't know. Doesn't say.
8 plus your proficiency modifier. Wait, no.
No.
It's just
That's
proficiency plus spell casting modifier.
Oh, so it's +7? Damn. Okay. Huh.
Ooh,
I think that would hit a dragon.
Yeah. So that's the Eldritch Blast, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Okay.
A whopping 3 damage.
Well, it could roll a 1.
Oh, wait, no. I know. So repelling blast is a thing I can do.
Yes.
Yeah. So can it go sailing 10 feet in the air, please? So it's not directly over Ren.
How does repelling blast work? Is it that it goes across in the plane of attack, or
It just says, when you hit a creature with Eldritch Blast, you can push the creature up to 10 feet away from you in a straight line. Because as far as I can tell, Eldritch Blast isn't like a line necessarily. Like if there was somebody, like if for example if it was Tirza, Run, and then an enemy, like I don't. Tell me if I'm wrong, because I'm.
I mean, it can be pushed away, but I don't know that that would be like a 70 degree, like a 70 to 80 degree angle, just to be.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, okay, that's fair. That's fair. In my head canon, it went sailing in the air, but yeah, I understand that that's not.
It made the save though, so Tirza,
Save? Is there a save for that?
the Constitution save to keep for zombie. You should know. You were Malem.
Oh, that's what you mean. Oh, yeah. Dang it. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna pretend that I don't know what you're talking
So you ran, hear this light pulse, this light pulsing sound headed towards you, and then one of Tears' Eldritch Blasts just shoots this thing off you, hurtles it several feet past, and has just blasted a bunch of its rotten flesh off of its body. But then the second it hits the ground, it just pulls itself right back up.
She'll just yell, "If you guys could come back this way, that would be great."
Still alive. Not
I
yet,
can
though.
see that. Come back this way, damn it.
So before Tears went, had the Ettercap just gone, or had Lucian just gone? I think it was Lucian had just gone.
No, I think the Ettercap just did attacks on Rand.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yep.
So Lucian, it's your move. You're up in those trees, and the Ettercap is now down.
I will draw my sword and descend out of the trees on top of the Ettercap.
Jumping strike.
Yeah, something of that nature.
Make an acrobatics check for me.
Oh no!
Ooh.
Okay, so you're going to take the full fall damage in addition to doing this cool thing.
Holy cow.
Goodbye, guys. This is gonna end me.
I'll just spread.
Said,
Don't roll
come
one.
back
Don't roll
this
one.
way.
He lands on Rand.
Oh, why me? Why me again?
Red would
fixes
break
fall.
his fall.
You take 7 damage as you land, but you do get to do a sword attack on the Ettercap as you drop on top of it.
Please tell me you can land on Rand.
I'm too old for this shit.
You weren't used to this, like you weren't expecting this hard a landing, and you just push the flat of your sword against its body because you land at the wrong angle.
But did it hit me?
No, it didn't hit you.
Oh, thank God.
I saved you.
You see another bolt of energy from Toriel in the back. Now that she's close enough again, blast at it, and unlike the other ones, which it seems to have been able to recover from, this one just pierces through its abdomen, and it just falls over, collapses, and won't recover.
Yay! Radiant
Yay.
damage.
Dang it! That's not what I meant for. That's not what I meant for her name to be. I didn't mean for it to be an Undertale reference. I was just like, yeah, that sounds like that sounds like the proper kind of syllables for a Dragonborn.
I noticed weeks ago, but I didn't say anything.
I was thinking when I made up the name that I was like, huh, all right. I mean, I already said it and I wrote it down. It sounds a lot like that elf from the Hobbit movies, but it's spelled differently, so it's okay.
That's okay. We don't.
That's what I thought the main point of conflict would be.
Little did you know.
Little did I know Undertale was there.
That is the god mom.
Only instead she's Dragon Mom.
Yeah, which makes her 10 times cooler.
True.
So I'm just going to sheath my sword and just drop against a tree. exhausted. Just I've broken my composure completely through this extensive battle.
Are you okay? I can help you bring you back to the camp.
Just give me a moment, Ran. Just let me rest.
Okay. Thumbs up in the air. And
The
just
grungs surround the dead Ettercap and start carting it back to the camp. The grung holding the stick stops, seems to like recognize it for a second, and then shrugs and continues with its and then continues with his friends and carrying back.
bye Badoom Plop.
By the
Just
way,
gonna-
this is the same Ettercap you guys fought in the grung session. Just
Yep.
resurrecting the zombie. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if we're out of initiative, Tirza will start to make her way over there. I don't know how long it'll take, but she'll go that direction.
If I see anyone else start approaching other than Ran, I'm going to immediately attempt to stand up and use my sword as a cane.
Well, she'll come anyway.
Well, you're not going to see me sitting on my ass.
Okay. Well, again, I don't know how. I was like, I think I was just at the edge of my Eldritch Blast range initially, so I'm still like 100 feet away from you or I was like to start with. So, I don't know how long it'll take to get.
I'm gonna help
far.
Lucian. I'm gonna help Lucian to go back to the camp.
I'd appreciate the help standing up, but at least let me carry myself back to camp.
Okay. Cool move though. Thumbs up.
It's been a hell of a day.
Yeah.
It's not over yet.
You coming my direction then?
However, it is
Yeah.
Yeah.
10:33, just a time check here, so
Yeah. Okay. Well then, just to keep things simple.
Ending cinematic, you see Lucian and Rand start to walk out in the forest side by side.
Oh.
Lucian's hobbling with a sword, though.
Can I
Totally
rush to heal you,
cinematic.
or would that ruin the cinematic?
Oh,
He's-
you last, please.
Just let me get back to the camp at least, so
Oh,
I can say I walked myself back.
Fair enough. I'll just kind of shrug and be like, alright, whatever. Walk away. Stupid cinematic scene.
Yeah, when you get back, the like one of the Sahuagin has cut the Ettercap's belly open, and the Malenti is looking inside of its just zombified guts. They're getting better at this.
anyway. So are there any Grung or Sahuagin hurt from the fight?
There are a couple of Sahuagin who were holding down the one that was thrashing around before, who've been bitten. Nothing like life threatening, but it's unpleasant for them.
Dax will I mean, he doesn't know if they'll let him heal him, but he'll show his holy symbol and show an open hand offering to see if they are willing.
After that whole business, where when Ran was trying to where you were deliberately trying to be defensive that whole time, and when Ran was trying to loot that dead Sahuagin's body, you just gave him a super big kick. You seem to have actually earned their respect.
He's got 4 points left in his pool, so he'll boop them each for 2. and hope there's no more combat in this during this negotiation.
Yeah. Gonna make a roll here. Gonna make a circumstance roll. I don't usually add modifiers to it, but okay. So it seems pretty obvious to everyone involved that somebody not only tried to sabotage the meeting, but almost more offensively to the Sahuagin, did so very conspicuously. And there's a discussion that's going on between Toriel and the Malenti, and it seems like they're now on not better terms, but on like, we are both now fully aware that there is something there that is a threat to both of us, and we actually need to deal with this terms.
Nice.
Right.
Nice. Yeah, maybe.
And Kelsolak, after a bit of this, like, goes up to the group and scans the lot of you, seems to notice something about Kriv, and walks over to him. You look magic. Do you know anything about the magic around here?
Should I make an Arcana check, or like, is he just talking about the druids creating the forest?
Well, just in general, he's just like seeming to say this as part of a general question. There's something magical around here. They're using to do this, and he gestures back at the destroyed Ettercap zombie, and we got information from a while back. It's something called a Hound's Crypt. Do you have any idea what that is?
Hound's Crypt. Do I have any idea what that is?
You can make a religion check.
It could be one of the ruins.
Is it
Am
the
I
one
hearing
that
this
we
too?
vandalized?
Kriv, you can make a religion check. Okay.
Just had to check my religion thing.
How does your religion look?
It looks like a 2. And that looks like an 18.
Yeah.
Okay. So you know, in general, from the context of everything, that something related to this area that involves both hounds and crypts is Ergogalon, the halfling god of the restful dead and the earth. And like the graveyard around the area was dedicated to his was dedicated in his name, a protection sort of thing. But it was definitely like consecrated, not desecrated in the way undead are. But it sounds like from that naming scheme, it's an Ergogalon thing. And he is, you know, from all the halfling gods are relatively old, so was worshipped by the people who used to live here, So it would make sense that if there were some Ergogalon ruins around here, they would be like if there were. It would make sense if there were Ergogalon related ruins. Say.
Hmm. I mean, I'll just tell was it the Sahuagin that asked?
Kill Solak.
Oh, yeah, I'll just tell Kelsolak all that I know about Hound's Crypt. And then ask, is there any particular reason why?
The tall man said some of the undead were coming from there. Which doesn't make any sense given what you just said. Normally undead gods and regular regular sort of afterlife type things like he seems to be don't play nice with each other. Something we're missing. I don't know the surface at all. We had some grung check this out, and we had an informant tell us about it, but he's cryptic, and he usually just doesn't provide a whole lot of, like, details. He gave us some directions, but I don't want to get too close to where those directions are without knowing what it is we're dealing with. And seems like our side and your side are getting pretty tight about this business. And I want to be able to know what to watch out for.
Kriv will, like, put a hand on Kelsolak's shoulder and, like, pat it, be like, I think that anything that you deal with, you'll be okay with. And then he'll, like, lean back and be like, Dax, help. This is religious shit.
Okay, Daxel. It's like, is he? Sorry, I really need to change my push to talk key because it puts little apostrophes everywhere. Let's see. I mean, as Dax is like over like checking on Sahuagin and like I don't know exactly what he'd be doing. So are you like calling him over or?
Yeah, I'll be like, hey, Dax, can you come here for a second?
Okay, yeah, Dax will come over.
It's like, I know a little bit about this thing called Hound's Crypt. How much do you know?
How much do I know? Religion check,
All right.
which is sadly not really that high.
Wah wah.
'Cause my intelligence is average.
The same
No,
thing.
You know exactly as much information as Kriv did.
Yeah.
Well, shit.
Your religious training was not really focused a whole lot on the halfling pantheon.
Yeah, he'll say, sorry, I mean, most of my training went towards Bahamut and related gods, and I don't know a whole lot about, I mean, I know who I could contact maybe to find out more possibly, but, I mean, I'm probably not going to find out anything we couldn't find out from the halflings here, so.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I mean,
What was this called again? A Hound's Crypt?
yeah, sounds cool. I want to go check it out, really. They have directions, apparently, but Kelsolak didn't want to check it out because he didn't know what it was. Or what they were getting themselves into.
Yeah,
Okay, just
I'm
check.
bringing all the stuff from the grung side session back into the main story.
Okay, I was just
Tirza will
making
hear the
sure
word
I was
hound and look over.
hearing correctly.
Puppies? Are there puppies?
I'm pretty sure it has crypt, so if there are puppies, they'd be dead.
Are they at least undead?
We
Let's
don't want
hope.
undead puppies, Tirza. No undead puppies. No,
But do
thank
we
you.
though?
Skeletariers.
Exactly. Befriend an undead
No.
puppy.
No.
I want a hellhound or something.
Oh, that'd be
That could be-
badass. Now
that
Kriv
could
is
be
just like
cool.
really.
Yeah.
Now Kriv I imagine Kriv and Tears are just like going back and forth. It's like, yeah, that'd be cool. We should go check it out.
Yeah,
want
for
to.
sure. For sure she would be doing this.
And then Kriv will like run over to Kelsolak and like put both hands on the shoulder and be like, "What were the directions?"
God, that would be such a terrible idea, but it's so funny.
So he's gonna describe to you the directions that the tall man gave to those gave to the grung that were sent out a few days back.
Kriv will pull out Dragon's Dawn and like super concentrated write down everything that he says. Be like, okay, take a left up there. Keep going straight for that. Okay, got it. Anything else?
They've been getting significantly bolder. He points at the Ettercap body again. These things used to be secret. That was like right there. It was incredibly visible. There have been dead grung apparently just walking around in the open. The place is going to be guarded by something.
Kriv will look back to the party and be like, I think we found maybe a source of necromancy.
That sounds like it to me.
Necromancy and puppies! Let's go.
Sounds like a great afternoon.
Yeah, let's. Whoa! We
What?
still have, diplomatic negotiations going
We did
on
that
here.
already.
That sounds like a long-term thing, Tears. A long-term. Not done yet. Not
But
done yet.
what if me and Tears go check out the crypt and you guys do the diplomacy?
Yeah.
I'll follow Tirza.
Dax just puts his head in his hands and just shakes his head and shakes his head.
I have the magical talking stone if we get in trouble.
Oh yeah, I have them. I pull out the magical stone.
What?
The stones that we got off the grung way
Yeah,
back
but
when.
since when does Ron have one? I thought
We-
you
He's got the
Oh
broken
yeah,
one.
that's right. He got
He's got
something.
the broken one.
I ask you.
a broken rock. Congratulations.
Yay.
It's pretty much just a rock now.
Google
Oh,
Montgomery
right.
Jr.
Kriv will like look over to Lucian and like that son that really wants to go hang out with his friends, but his dad's like, I don't know.
Well, at least for the time being, the negotiations have been fruitful. And it would seem, at least temporary, we have a ceasefire, as it were, because our interests align.
Yes,
So,
we better make sure that, like, given that, Ran here, glare, kind of got us off on, another wrong foot, and we didn't need any more wrong feet. I've only got 2. We've only got about 14 feet between us. We don't need any more wrong feet. Anyway,
perhaps
we should
should-
probably make sure that, they know we're going and they want us to go before we go. That's all I'm saying.
Could we just maybe like chill for an hour and then go?
Yes.
Yeah.
That sounds like an excellent idea.
Okay.
I would think,
You guys
How-
deal with the negotiation type of things. I'm gonna take a quick nap. You have at.
how about we ensure that the administrators get back safely first, so we get paid for that,
Oh yeah.
and then
Yeah,
possibly
that's-
go.
Oh.
We don't need to run off on more missions than we can handle.
Fine.
Thanks, 2012. There's a knack for that.
Oh my god, I didn't even realize. I'm face palming
sorry.
so hard
Had
right
to.
now.
I don't get it.
Anyway,
It's fine.
It was an advertising campaign in America, so
Yeah.
it might not have been in Indonesia.
There's an app
Oh
for
yeah.
that.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
couldn't help it. All right. So, I mean, Dax is gonna go back and check in with like Toriel and okay, we're see where we're at. I mean, things seem to have like gotten into a little better state, but
Yeah, it's still tense, but things are considerably more aligned than were at the start of this negotiation, because like long-term concerns will still need to be brought up, but they are clearly on the same page about we need to figure out what we're doing, get rid.
you're skipping in and out on me, but I get the general gist. All right, so well then he's going to he'll ask Toriel, do you want us to go? We got some information from I'm sorry, I forgot his name again. OC.
Kelsolak.
Sorry, Kelsolak, yes. So we got some information from Kelsolak about a possible source for these undead. Do you want the group of us to go take a look at that? Or would you rather, well, I mean, the guards seem like they're in decent shape now, so.
How soon would you be going to go look?
I mean, if you'd rather we get the administrators home first and then go.
Kriv will
Leaving
chime
it-
in and be like, yeah, I think that's a smarter thing anyway. Get them back safely in case anything else wants to attack on the way back home. And then we can do what we need and then venture out.
Anyway, I need to go pretty soon here, so.
Yeah, I was just gonna have it be. I was just gonna have it be that Toriel is agreeing with that sentiment, and you are currently planning on having just other negotiations going on, and actually the Malenti takes the a set of the sending stones from some of the Sahuagin and gives one of them to the group of administrators and Tori for easier communication in that way, so that they don't have to keep constantly like going through you for these things, because eventually you're going to be dealing with this and then not being around anymore. You're gonna have your mission dealt with. This is going to be something they're going to need to actually have longer term conversations about.
Yes. I mean, until they go and like blow up the Sahuagins' tunnels.
Yeah, that's part of why it's realized that they're going to need to have longer term conversations, because there were probably a few hints of that that were unintentionally slipping out as Toriel was talking during the parts where it was starting to turn into an argument.
Okay, so we're going to. So does it look like we're gonna escort them back and then go?
Seems like it.
Okie doke.
Let's go back.
Cool.
That's going to be it for the week then.
Sounds good.
Woo! I was
Yay.
nervous.
Yay!
Came
You
out
got
somewhat better than
kicked.
I was expecting.
Ironic. I got damage from my own teammate again.
I healed you. You're better now.
Yeah, I know.
You got my last.
And now
spell slot.
due to a series of quick actions and reactions and terrible rolls and really good rolls, the Zahuagin now actually really respect Daxmir and really hate Ran. That's going to be a fun dynamic.
Yes.
I'm so happy.
You feel good,
I
man.
hate you, Nat 20. I hate you.
It's one of the first times somebody's probably said that in D&D.
True.
Yeah.
Oh. All right. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Bye.
Good night.
Night.
I'm heading out too. Night, guys.
Good night.
Good night.
I'm just looking at Toby. She's attacking a cardboard box for no reason.
Oh.
Don't think she realizes the printer is in there.
I think my cat used to bite one of my cardboards because she thought there is tea in there.
She thought it was dinner?
Yeah.
Oh no.
I have to like separate the